Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV with Dan the Voice Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Riker. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, friends, welcome in. Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV, along with Paul the Penguin Riker, Billy Doc now sitting down there at the end. And today we're going to get you ready for that. Oktoberfest Race weekend, the 50th annual running. Matter of fact, next week, this show will be live at Oktoberfest on Saturday. KQEGTV.com. You can watch the entire program in its entirety completely live. We're going to have the superstars coming back on. I think we've done the live show now 3 or 4 years. I think it's been live.
I remember when we did it cramped in your camper about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when we first learned.
And we're still doing this show next week from the winter stage too.
Yep, we did that last year. We're going to bring out the winner's trailer, and we're going to do the program from there with the guys in Minnesota and some others. And then we're going to take it live along with the radio show next Saturday at noon. Again, bring up KQEGTV.com. That's where the live TV portion of the show will be. 1013 1460 WPOG is we're going to be able to find the radio show. The main reason we had to move it out of my camper that one year is because Paul had not showered during Oktoberfest, and we had to find a brand new, body moisturizer to use. So once we did, we expanded it in the exhibition hall. And Tom Reffner thanks you.
I see you shamed him into shaving this week.
He does look a little bit on the cute side right there. Tom Reffner, Marv Marzofka, Mike Miller. I mean, goodness gracious, the people we've had on the live show at Oktoberfest.
And you never know who's going to pop up. I mean, we've had some surprise guests, too.
In the exhibition hall every single year, they come right up, they sit down. We have a lot of people that kind of stand around because what is the name of the show that's going on? I'm going to have to look that up now. In my trusty catalog here, to let you know, on Saturday, it's the memorabilia show going on in the exhibition hall. So the memorabilia show goes on, and then we do the show up on the stage. And it's always been a great time.
You know, what I'm kind of wondering is, for the last 3 or 4 years, we've had Tom and Marv come on and talk about the Dick Trickle Memorial Project. What are they going to talk about now?
Well, there is some more fundraising going on that's going to include some more placards and things like that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I have a surprise for both you guys. Inside my phone,
yes,
I have information from Tom Reffner, the Dick Trickle Memorial Foundation. I will show you. You and I and you are getting a picture put up in the Dick Trickle Memorial Project, and I finally have the form that was sent to me.
We're getting immortalized?
We're going to have a picture, and they're donating because everything we've done for them, the monies I've donated to them for the past couple of years, we have earned a spot on the Dick Trickle Memorial.
That's awesome. Cool. Thank you.
Need to find a picture of the three of us. They want it to be the three. We can find one with Dick if we have. But that's going to be cool. That's something that's going to be on the mission here for the next couple of weeks is to dig through a photo. So we greatly appreciate those guys doing that. We've had them on the show as much as we can. They said that we were one of the biggest mouths of getting the fundraising efforts out there for them.
Well, that's been a passionate project of not only theirs but ours as we champion their cause. We promote it every chance that we get. We put the word out about fundraising for it, and we got to do a really, really good show from there when they unveiled that beautiful statue, and it was incredible. I believe Dick's sister was crying because it was so lifelike and real. So I can't thank them enough. This is a really cool honor.
Thursday of Oktoberfest, Super Late Models, the Futures. I always like announcing them because you never know who's going to be in that. Outlaws, Lacrosse Late Models, Carlson versus Paninsky, period. And somebody would like to go home with that Oktoberfest trophy to win that race as well.
Also, the Chase Championship.
Chase Championship's going to come down to both divisions, Lacrosse Sportsmen, Hobby Stocks, Hornet Street Stocks, and the world-famous Double O. I love the Double O.
The Double O is so unpredictable, and as hard as they try to handicap this, there's always somebody in one of them front groups that just breaks out, and it's fun to try and watch somebody run them down.
Tell you what, talking about Oktoberfest in memory of Joe Reinertz, That was one of Fluffy's biggest races. Doesn't matter what would have been given to him during Oktoberfest. Years ago, he could have had 4 different divisions of cars sitting in his backyard to race them. For some reason, and he won it one year. Joe Reiners, that was his favorite race, was the 00 of all the excitement that goes on during Fest.
Well, when you win, and I've said this before, it doesn't matter if it's a heat race or a feature. You get into Victory Lane, you get that really cool Oktoberfest winner's hat. You're a winner at Oktoberfest. I mean, not many people get to wear those hats around, so I could see Joe walking around with that thing proudly.
Friday night, it's going to be the Dick Trickle 3-segment 99. I was just talking with somebody the other day that said, hey, didn't you and Dick Trickle present Skylar Holzhausen with that block of cheese? Did that 3-4 years ago on a very cold night out at Oktoberfest. Yeah. So if someone's going to get the block of cheese this year, Area Sportsmen, that's where everybody from everywhere shows up in that race. And the Midwest Trucks, which they just broke an attendance record about a week or two ago. I would suspect to see darn near 30 trucks at Fest.
That would be incredible. Their numbers keep getting bigger every year. And I know we've talked about it the last few years that it's probably one of the fastest growing traveling series in the Midwest right now. And it's starting to become a darn popular one, too.
Jerry Wood and all the organizers have done a great job in breathing new life into the truck series over the past 2 or 3 years. We get to Saturday. Everything is on the big track, believe it or not. Super Late Models, Arcade Midwest Tour, Big 8 Late Models Series, Midwest Dash, Mid-American Stock Car Series, all going to be in the big track. This is where Jacob Gady, the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series national champion, gets a chance to shine. Excuse me, he won the Big 8 Late Model race at Elko. He's going to try to top Matt Henderson, who did that last year. And we're going to see what he can do in the Arcade Midwest Tour.
Don't be surprised to see him show up in the lacrosse race on Thursday night either.
He's going to definitely figure into that again. Austin Nason leads Casey Johnson, the ultra-fast Casey Johnson, by 1 point as we head into Saturday, then ultimately into Sunday, where it's the Arcade Midwest Tour Late Model 200 lapper. It's the JMax 63 Upper Midwest Vintage Series, and I'm really excited to announce Oktoberfest 602s.
This is probably one of the newest classes that's taken the Midwest by storm. It's a kind of like a Sportsman type crate motor, a motor that you can't screw with. You're using existing chassis, not something brand new, not something you build from the ground up, but taking existing chassis,
cars and trucks,
and modifieds, and it's a really cool class. If you get a chance to listen to our radio show this week, we talked to Kevin Ramsel a little bit about it, and Dave Trout, who is the 602 point leader right now heading into Halloween at the Dells. So gets a pretty cool insight on what's going on with the 602 class.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see these guys in action. I haven't seen them in action at the Dells. So
no, I've just seen still pictures, and that stinks.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll be DJing Thursday night of Oktoberfest for the Champions Party in the Exhibition Hall, and then we've got Entourage Friday. Notify on Saturday that Cole Shosey's dad, Steve, is a big supporter of that group right there. And then Sunday, well, pretty much everybody goes home. Even though
pancake breakfast.
There's been a lot more people hanging out until Monday at Oktoberfest over the past couple of years. Going to try to get some good video footage of the running of the campers Monday at noon. When we come back, we're going to take it back to last year's Oktoberfest. Grand National Sportsman Series? I think so. That's next on KQEG TV.
Want to keep your employees happy? Buy them all lunch. Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We cater lunches all the time for businesses big and small, 10 to 500. We can handle it. Give us a call and we'll help you figure out a great menu. Let's face it, good people are hard to find, so we can help you keep the ones you got. My grandpa used to say, you want to keep someone happy? Feed them barbecue. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
And online at BigBoarBBQ.com.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your 2018 American Standard Building a Higher Standard Award winner. Call Carey today for your free estimate.
Welcome back, race fans. Silver's Racing KQEG TV. Again, we want you to join us in the Exhibition Hall at Oktoberfest next weekend. on Saturday at noon as we broadcast the program live on KQEGTV.com along with the radio show. Let's flash back, gentlemen, to the last race of a traveling series that I had the fortune to call for about 5 or 6 years, and kind of weird not to have the Grand National Sportsmen back again.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that they had the short run that they did, but it was a great class, and for their series finale, put on a heck of a feature, as you're about to see here. Here's the 2018 Great Northern Sportsman Series finale.
This might be his best opportunity as it feels coming down to get the green flag.
8 laps remain. Let's look up into the tower. There it is. It's green. Next caution out will be a single file restart. And the world now belongs to Eric Campbell once again. 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows stacked hard on a turn 4. Toma just edges past Lethe across the start-finish line with 7 to go. Humfeld and Nicias lock door handle to door handle. Tyler Sauter wants to take the extreme high side. He's got nowhere to go. Shut down is the 7. Toma peels away from the 15 of Nicias. He's got the solid second now. Laps winding down. The palm shows 5 out of the tower. Oh, here we go! Lethe round and round in turn 4. Lethe just avoids the wall in 4. Here comes the caution. Yeah, Billy Doc Niles, no more cones, single file restart. Lethe awfully lucky, and he had such a strong car.
Yeah, that's definitely the last race of the season, the product of going for it, leaving it all on the table. Unfortunately, his car didn't agree with the move he made, Dan, so he'll be coming from the back for the last 6 laps, and then we're going to see if anybody has anything for that 25 car at Campbell. He has been awfully, awfully strong this race.
Well, it comes down to now 6 laps remaining. Single file restart. That's the beautiful thing about Oktoberfest racing is you really can't script this. Just when you think the race was going to be over, that Eric Campbell was going to walk away with this one, we have another restart here, this time single file. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Gives us a moment to thank one of our sponsors, though, and that's Big Boar Barbecue on Highway 16 here in West Salem. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, of course, they also are located on the north side of La Crosse, in their little smoke shack. So if you get a chance, well, actually, I thought this was going to be a single file restart, but it looks like it's not going to be that. So, all right, well, that's interesting, folks. Guess you got to be on your toes around here. Of course, we still have the Dick Trickle 99 and our Midwest Trucks Oktoberfest feature as well. It's definitely a marathon night of racing action here at the La Crosse Fairground Speedway. So thank you for joining in. Looks like we're going to get the 1 to go green now, so let's kick it over to Dan Diker and Kevin Ramsell with the call of the action.
Jason Toma trying to nail down a 3rd track championship this year, going up against former track champion and quick time qualifier across the board, Randy Humfeld.
You know something, that follows Eric Campbell, I try to get away as quickly as I could.
That's pretty much it, because these guys are coming. 6 laps, and this is no time to mess around. It's time to show it or lose it as we come out of turn 4, go back to green. One of my favorite things about announcing at a racetrack or watching the youngsters down below dropping greens themselves.
You know, we mentioned this earlier, that Alexander Gilhart will be flagging the Midwest Truck Series. That's how he started. Got Greg McCarn's eyes, now he's in the flag stand.
All right, second place now wrestled away. It's Randy Humpfeld. 4 laps remaining. And Humpfeld is chasing down Campbell. Look at Chris Webber slingshotting himself around Jason Tomaszik's machine. That'll send Neisches back to 5th. Here comes Tyler Sauter. He's almost spent the entire afternoon on the outside rail. That's rough.
Here comes Humpfeld. He's looking on the outside. Campbell, this is going to be a great battle for the last 4 laps.
It's Campbell and Humpfeld. Billy Doc Niles. What does Humpfeld have for the 25?
That car is a multi-time track champion here amongst 2 drivers. It's also won this race a couple of times. It knows its way to victory lane here on a Friday night at Oktoberfest. And in 3 laps, we're going to find out if it still knows its way.
Humpfeld was underneath Campbell in turn 4. He's up underneath him again in turn 2. The drag race is on. 2.5 to go on the action 5/8 mile, and Chris Webber wants to play for the top 3. 2 to go. Again, Humpfeld tried to set Campbell up to the outside. No go.
Yeah, 2 laps to go here. He tries to set him up, and Humpfeld lost him a distance on. Now he's going to get on the backstretch. He's going to try and get a room. It looks like Campbell's going to give him the outside line because Campbell wants to keep that inside line.
Chris Webber could have the best seat in the house. Look at this nose to tail, the top 4. This is not done yet. 4 left turns and a front straight remain. Which of the top 4 is going to jump on a line and try to capture the coveted Oktoberfest title? Humpfeld to the outside. Awfully tight we go. Humpfeld slips a tad bit in turn 4. Checkers are out. Your feature race winner is Campbell. Humpfeld 2nd, Webber 3rd. Toma 4th, Neisches rounds out the top 5. Get Eric Campbell coming up on the Freight Train Kane area of Minnesota. Ends up winning the finale of the Great Northern Sportsmen Series. I would expect him back again this year.
He had a great weekend. He actually got 3rd the night before in the lacrosse sportsman race. Then go to the Great Northern Sportsman and close out that series. Phenomenal weekend for Campbell.
When we come back, the Midwest Dash Series, of course, this weekend is the National Short Track Championships done at Rockford. I saw the pre-entry list for the new Midwest Dash Series. Almost 30 cars. We're going to take you back to what that ended up like last year. Points were on the line at Oktoberfest. That's coming up next on KQEG TV.
You want barbecue, but she doesn't? What do? Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We know not everyone wants barbecue. That's why we feature so much more, like our fried chicken, Philly steak sandwich, meatloaf, great burgers, salads, wraps, and more. So keep peace in the family, stop in and try something from our extensive menu. It's so much cheaper than a divorce. Big Boar and more, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your 2018 American Standard Building a Higher Standard Award winner. Call Carey today for your free estimate.
The largest buzz of the whole weekend as the field takes the green flag.
At least 4 past track champions are down below for the Midwest Dash Series Oktoberfest feature event, and they are going to be on the hammer like there's no tomorrow. 3-1. Look at Phil Maloff. He's just passed 7 cars on the outside rail.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. We're talking about Phil Maloff. There's no surprising with that. It's definitely not surprising. That's Phil Maloff. He does it every week, no matter what track he's at.
He's still hard charging towards the front. Maloff now to 3rd. Phil Maloff started 16th in this one, and he's up to 3rd. He's got Justin Shalichi in his rearview mirror.
I think Phil Maloff's strategy is, I want to get out of Dodge as fast as I can. I don't want to get caught in any melees in this race.
Especially when you've got Sparkman down there, you've got Oranger down there, you've got a couple of other champions, and man, that was impressive. Now, George Seliger out of Wausau, Wisconsin, currently running third in points. He is a car to deal with. Shalichi running third. Jordan Young running Garrett Tickey's car, the number 1, currently running fourth, a very strong fourth. George Sparkman's kind of stuck back behind everybody else. The top two continue to duke it out. It's Seliger and Madoff. Look at this battle for second. Shalichi, who's ran about 100 races this summer, trying to hold off the wily veteran George Sparkman. Sparkman sizes it up. To the outside he goes. Kendon Thurk has problems. Thurk is back in the infield one more time. Sparkman gets past Shalichi, but George Sparkman has a lot of real estate to go to try to catch up on 14 laps.
14 laps is not a lot of laps left in this one, but you know, George Sparkman, he runs like those 20-25 lap features at Rockford Speedway. Tight bullring quarter mile. If he can do it, he might be able to do it at this track size here.
Last year with the Midwest Dash, I announced Sparkman's race. He was a half a lap down at Madison and won it.
That's right. That's exactly the point I'm talking about. The guy doesn't give up. He puts that car all the way down to the gas pedal all the way down to the floorboard. He'll see what he can do. Maybe he might get lucky and we might have a caution here. Not allow the field to tighten up. Then he can have a run for the finish.
Again, Patrick Tickey, the Midwest Dash Series champion, the Thomas Sporta Speedway, has found himself in some clearance now, and he is currently running in the number 4 position. Leaders coming out of turn 4. It's Seliger and Maloff. Maloff, a former Oktoberfest champion. There's Sparkman in the 5. There's Tickey in the 56. Shalichi now is going to get passed up by the quick time qualifier start. Your quick time qualifier is running his way through this field quite rampantly right now into 35 of Stark. And Brandon DeLacy is in the red 35. He is the 10. He is about to take home the Midwest Dash Series championship. With 9 to go, George Seliger is doing a formidable job of holding off Phil Maloff in the 32. Sparkman may have to settle for just a podium finish, and that would be 3rd place. Patrick Tickey running 4th, and Stark has found clearance. He's running 5th. Scott Sashelski is now running 6th. Behind him, Dave Oranger. And those drivers are right down the front straightaway. And that's going to be Shalichi and Eckes. 8 to go. Now your leaders are going to start getting into some lap traffic, and this could play into both of these drivers right here. The 22 is smoking of Grabinger right in front of the leaders. Josh Major. Oh, bumper to bumper contact on the back straightaway. Seliger just saved that one from going sailing. And here comes the man. Oh, contact on the front straightaway. Seliger holds on. George Seliger took a shot from Major into turn 3, straightened it out, then took another one in turn 4, almost went sideways. Both of your top 2 cars in turn 4 are weaving and bobbing through lap traffic, and we've got 5 to go. And George Sparkman is right behind the leaders, using lap traffic to his advantage.
What did I say earlier to you, Dan? You did not believe me, did you?
Sparkman is going to make a race out of this one way or another. Sparkman was about 30 car lengths back, Billy Doc Niles. Look at the top three bumper to bumper.
Yeah, we almost seen the top two take themselves out. That gave George Sparkman the opening he needed to catch him. Now we're in for a great 4-lap dash here, Dan.
Sparkman is trying to get past Phil Maloff. This one's not done yet. 3 laps remain. Sparkman's in second. This would be an incredible win from being back 20 to 30 paces. Lap traffic is now clear. George Seliger started up on the pole. He's led the entire way. It all comes down to this. Seliger, Sparkman, Maloff, 2 to go. Patrick Tickey has found his way towards the front. He'll finish what could be a very highly touted 4th in this maze of cars. Sparkman's on the high line trying to set up Seliger. Bumper to bumper, they run to the corners. This time by, it's the laundry. 4 left turns and a front straight remain. Sparkman to the inside, nothing there in turn 2. They will drag race each other down to the corners. Let's see what happens in turn 4. Here comes Sparkman, slingshots out of the corners, side by side for the win. Who's it going to be, Seliger or Sparkman? It is Seliger at the line.
So there's the end of the race. George Seliger defeats Brandon DeLacy by 1. Billy Doc Niles, Paul Reichert, they have both been running with the Midwest Dash this year, and I think this may be a redemption fest for one or both.
It could be. It could be a great show for DeLacy. He's been looking pretty good this season, and Seliger has been trying to keep pace with him. So
got to remember the name.
Yep.
Kyle Stark.
Oh, yes.
Kyle Stark, synonymous with Oktoberfest.
Yes.
But if you look back at this race from last year, Seliger did what he had to do. He won the race. DeLacy falling 1 spot short, handing the championship over to Seliger. So what a twist of events. Right here, next week. Get over on this one. There you go, Jesse.
We are this close.
Yeah,
to Oktoberfest Race Weekend, the 50th version.
We are a week away.
And I tell you what, I know, speaking on behalf of a lot of people, I'm very, very proud to be associated with the Lacrosse Speedway. I'm very proud to be associated with the 50th Annual Oktoberfest Race Weekend. I'm glad these guys are going to be here by my side, both on the radio side, the TV side, and of course, Billy and I are going to be doing our thing at the track all 4 days. So, and well, then there's some campground activities, I guess. I'm going to decorate a pumpkin this year. That's the only time you'll ever see me at the campgrounds, is judging the pet parade and coloring a pumpkin. That's it.
That's for kids, you goof.
Yeah.
So then I have to do the adult thing again this year.
Unreal.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, please.
Jesse's going to be with us. He's gonna have fun behind the scenes.
Running almost the entire show.
Jesse gets the best part. He gets to sit behind the camera and eat pizza while we do all the work.
Well, the thing is Rick Wilson's not here at Fest this year. Jesse has to run the radio, the TV, and the live stream all at the same time.
Then again, maybe Jesse is not going to have fun.
Yeah. Well, we're going to feed him quite well. Again, join us next Saturday live in the exhibition hall, straight up noon. We're going to do our live TV show on KQEGTV.com. We're going to do the radio show at the same time as well live. And you never know what guests are going to be showing up on the program. For Bill and Paul, Jesse sitting way back there, I'm Radio Man Dan Dyker. Thanks for joining us. We will see you at Oktoberfest.
You've been watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV with Dan the Voice Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Riker. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown, and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. Thanks for watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
Want to keep your employees happy? Buy them all lunch. Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We cater lunches all the time for businesses big and small, 10 to 500. We can handle it. Give us a call and we'll help you figure out a great menu. Let's face it, good people are hard to find, so we can help you keep the ones you got. My grandpa used to say, you want to keep someone happy? Feed them barbecue. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
And online at BigBoarBBQ.com.